It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And we've got Jeff Okudah, who's had quarterbacks numbers all season, coming down with 7 picks. It's the Bills and the Aviators, and it's all up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Aviators of Anchorage. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, look at this Anchorage team entering play. They're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Out to his left. And his first look is incomplete. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history will tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. And he completes it to Hunt. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Being chased out left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and knock it free and make it a turnover.
Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest.
And right away, he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Fowler flushed out right. This is caught. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down.
I thought once he got out of the pocket, he was looking further downfield. Instead, he brings his sight lines back to a shorter route, settles on his receiver running the drag left to right, and they wind up not getting a whole lot out of that one.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Quez Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Aviators use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive there of just 4 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And he got blown up on that play, back at the 20. That'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Take it at the 37. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And they will take over 1st and 10. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself at this moment.
There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown! A big play there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Aviators are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Bills. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. But you look at this defense, and this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Allen. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Allen. Going right back to Dotson. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. Now 2nd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. Now Allen again. Works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a...
That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Anchorage offense back out now. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. A little juke. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake. Fowler. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hunt. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
That one is caught by Hunt. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Great job of tackling there to prevent the 1st down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fowler. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars if this ball was overthrown.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Operating from the gun. Fowler. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Aviators have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. extra point safely through, and it's now 21-7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive, the rest in the double-digit snaps. You need a score here not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
That one downfield for Dotson. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Jahan Dotson, 59 yards. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. To throw on second down. Fowler. He finds his man. Complete. That's Watkins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Dobbins running out of the gun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Allen going to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Cook up the gut, dances by him. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They run it again with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll try the middle with Cook. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Allen. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bills are back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. On play action, Allen. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Fowler. This one left side caught by Collins. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Ready, check.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Fowler. He finds his man. Complete. That's Hunt.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I didn't get much more balance than this. Big time run, Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch there.
And he slides to avoid the hit. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you've got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play. Back now here on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's a give to Dobbins. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Bills getting set to go. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass. Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. For Kittle here, it's complete. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. Off the play fake, Fowler. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Fowler. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Fowler. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Jahan Dotson getting set for this next drive. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Risk taken in by Kincaid. And they're going to speed things up here. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Under pressure, they got him again. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here we go. This is 4th down. Allen. As he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Eluding the pressure right. And he will find his man on the outside. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Fowler. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a third down throw, but he misses the target, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you'll have a job as long as the right one in this league, won't you? I mean, those places, not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Dobbins shouting through the defense. The 20! And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup there, without question. That should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games.